You're watching The Breakfast Club.
Morning, everybody. It's DJ Envy, Angela Yee, Charlamagne the God. We are The Breakfast Club. We got a special guest in the building.
My homie.
Snow the Product.
Hey.
Now, Snow, before you walked in, our cameraman, not that one, the guy Steve from Revolt and Drum over here, they were debating on if you were white or not.
Jesus. We're already starting. All right. As you have a white tears cup right there. I am Mexican. But so if I commit a crime, then I'm Mexican. But if on the census, I'm white.
Do you
So
check?
whatever you want.
You check white on the census?
Huh?
Do you
They
check?
make you. I didn't.
Really?
I didn't do the census thing because I was like, I don't see, Hispanic. Like there's like a bunch of different Asians, and then there's like white, black. Like there's different ones, but there is no where I could do Hispanic. They literally came to my house and they were like, you're supposed to do white.
Really?
Crazy.
I thought they have Hispanic on the census, though. I thought they.
No, it's a subcategory. I mean, we're not a race.
Wow. So the numbers for white people in America is probably overblown, and it's probably.
Yeah, until ICE hits you, and then
Yeah.
yeah,
Yikes.
That's why they act like we're still minorities, even though we're really the majority.
yeah.
Now Snow's been around for a while.
I remember you first from being on tour with Tech Nine.
I was never on tour with
Oh,
Tech
you
Nine,
were-
but you have said that. But yes, I'm glad you
Oh.
remember me from.
So
yeah,
what was it that you
Well, she
were
did
doing?
a show.
I thought
You
you
did a
guys
show with
were.
Tech Nine?
I have a song with Tech. I have like 2-3 songs.
So
with
you
Tech
never
Nine.
did any dates with him?
I just Powerhouse
Oh, okay.
recently, but no.
He wanted to sign you to Strange
He
Music. at
wanted
one
to
point.
sign me, yeah.
Do you regret not signing the Strange Music?
I mean, I mean, there's a lot of regrettable things in my career, I think, but no, I mean, I think it is what it is, and thanks to the path that I've taken, I now am exactly who I am, which is someone who can finally. I feel like I could walk in any room in the industry, and at least people can know, like, oh, okay, I did this myself, whatever it is that I did. I'm touring, I got fans, I'm good, and I did it by myself.
Why
has
don't you
it
feel
been-
you popped, though?
There you
Huh?
go.
Why don't you feel you popped?
Who knows? I mean, the first question when I walked in was, "Are you white or not?"
Yikes.
Not, "Are you good or not?" Are you a rapper or what do you do? It was, "Are you white?" So, who knows?
Why has it been so difficult? What are the obstacles that Snow the Product has faced?
I don't know. I'm
Come on,
I'm a
Snow.
woman. I never really, was just, I don't know. I never took the regular route. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I already go through it enough. I mean, and then it's like, why do you think you suck? I'm like,
Nobody said
You don't suck.
I'm
Nobody
kidding.
said
I'm
you
kidding.
know
I'm
you
kidding.
don't suck.
I'm kidding.
Come
No,
on.
I definitely.
But I think you dope. But I just was always curious to why you haven't popped like.
Snow
Most
makes a lot of
MCs
money,
would.
though. Don't get it
No, I
twisted.
didn't say anything about money.
She makes a lot of money off shows and merchandise.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm not supposed to throw that out there?
I'm
sorry.
kidding. I'm kidding. I'm
Definitely
kidding.
got
I'm kidding. I'm kidding. No. Me and the IRS are cool. INS cool. We good right now. Everybody's cool. We're all good.
But you do well.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm happy. I'm definitely further than I would have ever thought. So I'm good with that. Now everything from here on out is really just icing, really.
Part of it is you did have in the beginning like this cult following of people that were always very supportive of you.
Yeah.
And I'm sure now watching you grow and work with people like Lin-Manuel Miranda, the song with OT Genesis,
Yeah.
and getting on these bigger platforms, it's great that you already have people that have been following your career and been big fans of yours for
Yeah.
damn near
Damn near a decade.
Yeah, damn
Yeah.
near a decade.
Yeah, it's really cool, especially when I get to go see those people. Like I'm more like a touring artist. That's why like I don't do too much like other stuff, but like touring is really fun. I go and see all my fans, and like they always just congratulate me on every little thing that happens, and it is a big deal. And with the Lin-Manuel song, immigrants and like the things I talk about, I guess don't always connect with everybody, sometimes it just like connects with like my main core fan base, or like with people who are now, with the whole Donald Trump situation, I guess it connects with more people because everybody sees how much of a douchebag he is. But that's about it.
Even with the term woke, you was the first person I would hear use the word.
Yeah, we had that
Woke.
clothing line in 2010, 2011.
How
It
did you
came
feel?
from Wake Your Game Up. I had a website called Wake Your Game Up in 2006. And it was like, wake your game up. I used to sell CDs on the street. And then it was like, wake up. Like in the Bay, they say that a lot. So it'd be like, wake your game up, whatever. And then it was like, no, I'm woke. Like somebody was like, I'm woke. And I was like, oh, shoot, woke. And then we did this clothing line, and then all this happened. And then all these years later, woke is something that I'm a little like.
Not just woke, the whole term. You've been saying stay woke for a decade.
Yeah.
And now when you use it, they tell you that you're
They tell
culturally
me
appropriate.
now they tell
You're
me
like, I've been
now they
saying
tell
this
me
for-
shut up, and I'm like, okay.
But you own a trademark to that.
Oh, you about to get my Twitter
oh, God damn it,
popping.
Snow.
I do, and you've been telling me forever to double down, but you know what I mean? Like, you used to ask, what do people do for the culture?
Mm-hmm.
That's what I do for the culture. I do own the trademark, and I'm just kind of like, it's all good. Don't, you know what I'm saying? Whatever.
Y'all stay woke about staying woke, okay?
Yeah, and if you really woke, then you really know we all the same. Like, honestly, we're all in this battle together. Like, to be honest, even white people, everybody. Like, this is a classism thing, not a race thing. And I think we really need to kind of start focusing on that, because
Except when you meet a poor racist.
yeah,
There's a lot of poor
yeah,
racists.
Yeah, F them. Who you telling? I'm telling you, I tour. Like, I literally have met like one time, a lot of times actually.
Tell me,
we
what
stop.
happened?
We stop at bus, like truck stops and stuff, because we're on like a bus or a
They are
van
the
or
worst.
whatever.
The bus stops are the worst.
And the looks and all that, and then we start turning up and speaking extra Spanish and just doing, acting crazy, because that's what, you know what I'm saying? Like, what are you really gonna do? And then I kind of stun on them a little bit and be like, yeah, I got a property here and I got a property there, and then they just be like, you're not allowed to own property. I'm like, well, here we are.
Did it get worse in the Trump era?
Yes, because they think they could come out now,
Right.
but whatever.
I always loved the term "stay woke." I used to use it. I'm big on giving credit, and I used to always be like my girls know the product says.
Yeah, we've been doing that for a very you.
You had the
you're the
woke
homie,
game.
yo. Like, you've been the homie. Like, you've always shouted me out. And
How
I
did you
really
meet
appreciate
Charlamagne?
that. Dove?
I think through Dove.
Through
But I
Dove.
first saw Snow she was on Vlad TV in an office freestyling. I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was in somebody's office. I think you had just signed the Atlantic or whatever, and you was freestyling. I was like, oh, she's dope. So I just
Yeah.
would mention her, and then Dove introduced her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then you definitely always defended me on any snubs I got or anything like that. So I really appreciate that.
Do you still feel like you're getting snubbed for the XXL freshman cover, or you feel like you way past that?
I'm past that. I'm way past that. I do think I got snubbed, though. There was definitely 2 years where I'm just like, y'all know, but it's whatever.
It's important to not just do music, but also be a business as well.
Yeah.
Sometimes people don't even realize how much money you make from merch and from tour and from the other, aspects of what it is that you do. Because
Yeah.
I feel like artists that are successful, sometimes they don't even have it like that because they're not investing their money.
Yeah. Well, I'm telling you, I'm Mexican. So, like, my cousin and me and my brother, like, we started, like, we screen print. So, like, literally, like, from embroidering to screen printing to all that, like, we started it from the ground up. So when people were just like, oh, you're not letting people make money off this word or whatever. I'm like, when we started it, we literally made one T-shirt at a time. Like, we would let them dry in my garage. Like, from forever. So at this point, we're on doing this Vibe Hire tour and everything, and we got artists now, and everything's kind of grown, and it's awesome to know that it was just 4 Mexicans, shout out Mario, in the garage just making T-shirts. And now we tour the country, and it's amazing.
And now you got the song "Help a Bitch Out."
Hey, yeah.
With OT Genesis.
Yeah, because like you said, I'm making enough money that I can help a couple bitches out. You know what I'm saying?
You sponsoring a couple chicks?
Don't spread the word, but no, yeah, I like
She
the
said
strip
don't
club.
spread
It's
the word.
fun. I like the strip club. It's fun. It's always cool. I've been on the Queen of the South set, so like in Dallas, like I literally have a lot of downtime, so we just be hitting the strip club.
Oh, so you're on more episodes of Queen of the South now?
Yeah, I'm on like two seasons so far. It's good.
Dope,
Yeah.
dope. Now, somebody tell me you like girls now.
Now,
Just
Oh,
because she
you've
raps
always
about
liked
it.
girls?
Huh?
You've always liked girls?
well, yeah, but I was married, and I like you know what I'm saying?
Got you.
Like, it's one of those things.
So that's another thing
What
nobody.
does that
I-
mean, one of
I don't-
those things?
I don't think a lot of people knew you was married either.
Yeah, and nobody knew I had a kid either.
I know.
I'm a Cancer. You should know. Well, I'm private
Me
about my
too.
life.
Yeah, I got,
You private about
I
your
got a
life.
wife, 2 daughters, but I don't put it out there like that.
Yeah, and especially with a kid, like you don't want, especially with it being his mom that's a rapper. Like I don't want my kid ever going to school and then be like, oh, your mom sucks or whatever, which I guess now it's gonna happen. But it was always like that. I like growing up, I've always been very close to my family, and I definitely always wanted to protect them because I have gone through so much like bad stuff and hate, and like I just rather if I can prevent my family from going through that, I would really rather that.
Do you talk about it in your art? Yeah.
I have songs that like haven't dropped. I feel like my most personal music hasn't dropped yet. I think out of fear of like, I really want the most ears to hear the real story, and it's just like, we know it hasn't been there yet, but I think it's coming because I definitely have dropped some very personal stuff that I think people need to hear.
So if somebody was trying to dish you in a rap, they couldn't be like, you're hiding a child.
I mean, they could say whatever they want.
Like how Pusha did Drake.
No, because I wasn't hiding my child. My fans, actually, my child is
Why
in
is
a
she
bunch of
even
my music
listening to
videos. If Waste of Time, like if anybody saw my video, Waste of Time, that's my baby daddy in the video, and well, my ex-husband, and my son is in the background. You know what I'm saying? Like he's always been there. Real fans know what's up, but I just don't feel like I need to.
How come it didn't work out with your husband? Was it just the strenuous of tour and music?
I've got a strong personality, and I work a lot, a very lot, and so you know, it was a good almost 9 years.
Oh, you was married for 9 years?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Do you believe in the institution of marriage now? After the fact, would you get married again?
Yeah, because we're still cool. Like everything is good. It's just like literally my life, my career, and everything revolved around my career. So things just didn't work out.
Was he involved in your business?
Yeah.
Is he
That's-
still involved?
No, I mean he wasn't involved as much as like literally like support and just you know. But yeah. I mean, I want my son to have his dad, and we co-parent, and you know, obviously I'm doing better than he is, so there's me having.
She said, obviously.
Obviously, I'm doing better than he is.
Wow.
Wow. So,
Obviously. He could have been adopted, own his own. Maybe not.
was it a
She
messy
said,
divorce?
obviously.
No, well, kind of, somewhat. It's still in the process there, but
Who cheated on who?
no cheating.
He drove you to women?
Huh?
He drove you to women?
Don't do that. You're gonna see. Why y'all always think that it has to be y'all driving us to women? Women are beautiful creatures, and
That's a
they're,
fact.
you know what I'm saying? And honestly, like to me, I feel like, you know, I went that way for a very long time and didn't work out. Let's try it this way. So that's what it is right now. But you know, I'm a human being, yo. Happy Pride Month.
Salute
There
to
you
that.
go.
Salute to that young
He
lady
just loves human beings.
who's just a rebound for snow right now.
say
Yo,
that.
don't do that.
Don't say that.
Don't do that. That one happened a long time ago.
And you've been signed to Atlantic for a while.
Yeah.
Why don't they know what to do with you? Like it's all there. You got the fan base. You tour every year. You're selling merch. What are they doing or not doing?
Beats me. But I stopped, you know, the reason that I could keep touring and doing all that was literally I just stopped focusing on that. And I just was like, I'm gonna keep doing what I've been doing, and if whether they're paying attention or not, you know, ultimately a fan is a fan. Like I've shook hands, I've done everything that I needed to do to make sure that I maintain a relationship and a connection with my fans. Other than that, like, you know, whenever they want to come in on it, hopefully at some point now, then they need to, and that's it. And if not, then we can part ways.
I think you might be better off as an independent.
I mean, I went through one divorce.
But you're tight with Riggs at Atlantic
Yeah.
also.
No, Riggs is awesome. And there is people who support me. You know, individually, there is people definitely that. And for a while, you know, I kind of lost my connection with the label because a lot of people move around. You know, the industry, like people move around, and then I'm just kind of like, well, who's there? Like, who's with me? But no, there's definitely a lot of people now that I think are finally like, I barely met you, and why are you so dope and not here? So I think we're getting to a good place. I wouldn't be there if I didn't think that we could get to a good place. It's just one of those things, you know, when you're trying to get your husband to get it together and he doesn't. It's like,
So it's a lot of personal things, and it spills over into the business side of things.
yeah, no,
well.
I think no, like on the label.
Oh, okay. I thought when you, I've figured what you just meant now. It was a
Oh.
metaphor.
Nah,
Husband.
yeah, no, they're my husband.
Right, they're your husband. So what about now when you go on tour? I know you bring your family out too, right? You guys are very family oriented, because who else can you trust but your family?
Yeah. We hit the road, and we just did Highline, and then you know, we just go every single date and make girls twerk and have a panda or two on stage and crowd surf and have a blast. Because I mean, this is my life, so I might as well live a good one.
Is it true that your parents were undocumented immigrants?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Have
That's
they
why
been
I'm
Most
affected?
of my family is.
Has your family been affected by the whole ICE thing and the deportation?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's what sucks is that, you know, there's this expectation on me always, obviously, to speak on this, and I definitely live up to it because it does affect me and my family. But I think to answer your earlier question, I think sometimes that doesn't necessarily connect with a lot of people because not everybody has that immigrant story, or sometimes you're saying it and you seem preachy or whatever, and it's just like you got to have that balance of still being a regular artist but also representing a culture that is very underrepresented as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah.
So.
But there's so many people that deal with that, like, and don't have anybody to speak up for them, because I think a lot of people don't care if it doesn't affect them.
Yeah.
Until they meet somebody who is affected and they can hear personal stories of, you know, people whose families are torn apart by what's going on right now in our country.
Yeah, when you gotta be scared of getting a text that says there's a raid on this street, or like don't, you know, they're gonna pull you over here, or they're going to this, you know, job and taking everybody and ripping them out of their job, and their kids are in daycare. Like that's something that, you know, it's a very specific fear that we have. You know,
Now, what is Chicano rap? Did I say that right? Chicano rap.
Lord.
Chicano rap.
What is Chicano rap?
I don't know.
What are they?
It's,
Is that Mexican rap? Is that Mexican artist rap?
Where did you? Can
Yeah,
you cite
it's
your sources? Where did you get
No,
this from?
I've heard it before, but that's
State
what I
your
was
sources
asking.
and what are you trying to get to? Not
No,
joking.
I'm just
No,
curious, just asking.
Chicano rap is a subgenre, I guess, of hip hop, and a lot of Mexican Americans do or did that style of rap. It's more kind of like somewhat gang affiliated in some places. But yeah, I don't necessarily do Chicano rap, which is why I had to rap my ass off every time that I sold CDs on the street. I had to rap to people because they're like, oh, I already know what you can rap like. You can rap like that.
Right.
And then I'd be like, no, like let me spit some for you, and if you like it, you buy my CD. And then like thousands of verses later, you know, I got out there.
What do you think? What do you think about the way the Mexican culture is being represented in hip hop? Because you know, only person I can think of is Tekashi 6ix9ine.
Well, he's getting his money. I mean, I'm representing, you know, everybody represents differently, you know, as much as people can agree with him or me or whoever. I mean, the representation really matters.
Speak of the devil, he just popped up on the screen.
Oh, I thought
Yeah,
he was out here.
I thought he was out here. I was like, oh, shoot,
they let
it's
him
going
up
down.
Jeez.
What'd you say about Chicano rap? I'm like, what? Yeah, representation matters. I think especially in 2018 right now, you know, and with everything, with LGBT, brown, black, anybody white, anybody in a culture that maybe you don't necessarily always see something, representation does matter because it makes everybody feel like you can do it too. So
Do you root for him?
yeah, whatever.
He's like, well, I mind my business.
Turning up.
Get my money, do my work.
My girl likes is like that's what she gets ready to. It gives me a little bit of anxiety because I'm over here trying to listen to some R&B because I'm like I can't do my eyeliner straight, and she's like, yeah. I'm like, oh my god, can you save it for when we're drunk?
What do you think about Mexicans using the N-word? Because when he was up here, he was using the N-word a lot, and I didn't think nothing of it, but a lot of people were upset about it.
That's honestly an East Coast thing.
Yeah, that's what I heard. In Cali, they don't Mexicans don't say that.
Yeah, and like that's an East Coast thing because like Miami, New York, like I mean I've seen that happen and Puerto Ricans too, and everybody. Honestly, to each their own. I don't. You know, in Cali we don't really. So like you know, except for in the Bay, like you know, people that grow up. I don't really know, yo. Like I got enough issues as it is. I'm not getting in that one.
Yeah, I'm not using that word.
Nope.
What's the most difficult obstacle you face as a Latino female rapper?
I think sometimes my own people. I think Latin people a lot of times like segregate and pick and nitpick, and even Mexicans sometimes have this crazy like, you know, are you representing right? I'm like, I literally was a mariachi singer. Like there is no more Mexican that you can get than me. Like what are you talking? But they're still not happy. So, and even in our own people, you know, there's always like Dominicans, Puerto Ricans, Cubans, Colombians, Central Americans, Mexicans. Everybody's like fighting like, oh, you know, I'm not Mexican. And it's just like, honestly, at this point, we should all just kind of unify because the president don't like us. Like,
That's a fact.
and a lot of people and a lot of other cultures don't care about our issues. So at this point, it's like either we get it together or who's going to get it together for us? Because we have to put white on the census. So we're disappearing.
That is crazy. I don't understand that. I swear I thought Hispanic was on the census.
No, it's only when they're saying that you committed a crime that they say you're Hispanic.
Wow.
Well, still got to go too. Guys.
Oh,
We
you see
still gotta
Miguel.
go.
You
I
see
asked
Miguel
her when
is
she gotta
doing his
go.
album in Spanish now too. You see Miguel's gonna do a Spanish album. He's
That's
doing his,
good. I hope the song I got with him comes out. That song, I have a song with him and
dope.
it's amazing. Oops,
You
sorry.
spit a verse on his record?
No. It's something for me.
It's your
And then-
record?
Yeah.
So where's it at?
You can put it out.
Yeah.
Snow, I'm tired of you not leaking music. All right? Just put it
We're
out.
just gonna do it.
You got a song with Miguel and you just sitting on it for what?
Well, I'm hoping it goes. You know how that goes.
You gotta get clearances.
Stop
clearances,
waiting on the
all that
label.
I can't afford Miguel. His name's Miguel, but that ain't no regular Miguel.
Oh, so he didn't. Y'all,
My brother's name's Miguel.
So the label put the record
I can afford
together.
my brother. I can't
My
afford.
brother could get on the record.
Yeah, I gotta have that Miguel.
The label put the record together.
Yeah, Riggs.
Okay.
Yeah. So
Riggs, what are y'all doing up there at Atlantic, man?
Maybe
I had a really good show and everybody was there and everybody was really impressed. So hopefully something. But
Right.
if not, I promise you I will come back here and be like, yo,
you're gonna trust him.
What do you think of some of the misconceptions that people have about illegal immigrants?
I don't know. Some people are like, oh, we're lazy, and some people are like, we take your jobs, and I don't know which one of them it is or how we're doing both at the same time. But clearly, we're talented if we're
Right.
doing both. But I think that's it. Or I think that's mostly it. Is like the whole that we don't pay taxes when everybody has an ITN number. So your paycheck, if you know how that works, they take the taxes before. So there is money coming in from when they work illegally because every company's not just going to be taking the taxes for that person. They're not going to take the hit. So they do what they need to do. So yes, illegal immigrants or immigrants, nobody's illegal, but immigrants pay taxes.
And
And I'm
people
sure
aren't sneaking
people that
into
are-
this country illegally to commit crimes.
And the people that I've seen on tour when they're like, yo, give me this or that, and I'll give you my ABT card. Like, believe me, they're not Jose and Maria. They're like, they really nah. But there's a lot of misconceptions that's going on, and I'm sure I misspoke, and somebody's gonna say something, but
Stop worrying about those people, Snow.
no, my people are they nitpick so much, and I would like to let y'all know seriously, SMD, stop it.
Suck my dick.
Yeah.
Stop being so sensitive. The internet is so sensitive nowadays.
But cancers are sensitive too.
Oh
and,
yeah,
and we listen to a lot of that stuff. That's why you got to block it out. I tell you that all the time. You got to block that shit out.
you do.
And just stay focused.
Yeah.
And maybe leave Atlantic. I'm serious, man. And I love Atlantic. You know I get checks from there,
My goodness.
allegedly.
Don't say that. People will stop believing you. Stop it. People accuse
I'll take a check for Snow.
Huh?
By the way,
Cardi B's payroll.
by the way, I've been talking about Snow for 10 plus years. Okay? And Atlantic is not giving me a check yet.
Yet.
Not
You haven't
yet.
even been here for 10 years.
I know, but I've been talking to her before I was on Breakfast Club.
okay.
They say here.
Yeah.
I don't know what happened. But
She's got
Oh, don't
Thank
worry
you.
about it. They always accuse me of taking money to talk about Cardi a lot.
Cardi is a very funny, bright energy that
Yes.
feels good to see. So yeah. I've been talking about her since 2015. I was
Yes.
on Box Late. I was doing interviews and being like, "Oh, I really like her."
Mm-hmm.
But now she blew up, and now Atlantic should definitely hook it up because
Yeah, make it happen.
you know.
And Snow should be next, if you ask me.
Well, keep talking about it. They keep giving you that money, keep buying Wu-Tang clothes, and keep talking about
Man,
it.
shut up. Where can they follow you, Snow? You still got the YouTube channel? The Woke TV?
Yeah, Woke TV, VibeHire.shops, Snow the product on everything with a DHA, Facebook, Instagram, whatever. Except for on Snap, I'm Senorita Snow. It also reads Senoritas Now. If you want to see some of them snaps that I'm getting.
Okay.
Senoritas Now?
Yeah, it's
Oh,
like a
okay.
1-800. I'm just joking.
Angela used to have a email called Pretty Dick Swag.
Oh yeah, guys used to send their penis pictures.
Oh, how's that?
Some of them were okay, some of them were not okay.
Yeah, not
You know, so it just depends.
yeah.
Sometimes it just depends the lighting and the hair, things like that.
Interesting. Yeah. Well,
Angles.
are you ever gonna put this out as like a memoir, like a
I might start a web
Coffee
page.
table book.
coffee table book just on every?
They have
Yeah.
coffee table, but I might put a web page up and post, and people can rate them because most guys like their penises rated. Like they're saying, "What do you think of mine?" You know.
Hashtag me too, Yee. Come on now.
You done with dick altogether?
Right.
What?
See, here's the thing. I'm in a like that, and that's the whole thing. Like when I'm in a relationship with a particular person, you know, that's where I'm at. So I can't, you know.
She's
You
very
can't-
private about her personal
Yeah,
life.
like you
Of
can't.
course. She's a Cancer.
Yeah, I am.
Did your significant other be like, "Come on, Mike, we can't post a picture on the gram together"?
What? Oh no, this girl now? No, she's all over there because she's a girl.
Okay, so
Like a guy is cool, like play the background, baby, but a girl's
girls,
like,
we need to be seen.
I'm like, oh. And you met her?
I did?
See, he didn't even know.
She's from New York,
I think I did meet
she
her.
curly
likes
head,
to-
Puerto Rican girl.
Oh,
And she likes
yeah,
Tekashi.
Yeah. Okay. Got you. Snow the product,
Ladies and gentlemen, Snow the product.
the homie.
It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning.